Today we're going to be looking at probably Banpresto's most popular Mario plush set that they made. Because, well, tons of people know and love this plush set, and well, there's a very popular plush set that basically everyone knows about and owns. Especially because this plush set contains a lot of characters that are exclusive to the set and have basically no other plushes of them. So with that said, welcome to a look at the All-Star Banpresto Mario plush set. Let's start off with the first plush of the set, which is the Raccoon Mario. Now this was the second ever Raccoon Mario plush ever made, and it's probably the best one. Because, well, I really like that unique position that it's in because, well, the head's actually facing to the side instead of facing straight, which is a unique detail about this plush. And, well, a lot of details on the face of this plush could get damaged because, well, Banpresto used a lot of bad materials on these plushes. Because, well, on the emblem, the hat could get easily chipped and damaged because, well, it's only made out of an iron-on material, and same thing with the buttons on the overalls. Its mustache is also made out of a felt material, so it could fall off because it's only glued on. And well, the eyes are made out of a plastic material, so they could get chipped and damaged, but besides that, this plush is actually pretty good. It actually has cardboard in the feet to make it stand up a little better. And well, the raccoon ears and tail are overall a pretty nice detail, and they look actually pretty good. And Banpresto did a good job making the plush like face to the side instead of facing straight, because they actually made a pretty good job with, well, making the head actually look like it's turned instead of just being in a weird direction. And it's probably the best Raccoon Mario plush ever made because there really hasn't been any Raccoon Mario plushes since this one. But if you want this plush, this is actually the cheapest in the whole set. You can find it on eBay for only like $20. And now let's move on to the next plush in this set, which is the Tanuki Mario. Now this was actually the first ever Tanuki Mario plush and is overall pretty good. One thing to note about all these plushes though is that they're a bit smaller, but that's because, well, Banpresto just kind of styled them that way, and that was kind of the way they made a ton of their earlier plushes. But yeah, the face on this Mario plush has all the same problems as the other one because, well, the mustache is made out of a felt material and the eyes are also made out of a plastic material. So yeah, besides the fact that the face could get easily damaged and the proportions are a little off, this plush is actually really good. Especially the material used on the Tanuki suit is a very fuzzy one. It actually holds up pretty well, especially because these plushes are almost 30 years old. And this plush basically has all the details, including the tail, that look overall really accurate to how it looks in the game, and it overall looks very nice. The only other part of this plush that could get damaged is that on the ears there seems to be a bit of felt on it, which could get damaged, but besides that, this plush is basically just really good. And well, this one's a bit more rare and expensive than the others in the set, and it sells for around $40 on eBay. And now let's move on to the next plush of the set, which is the Hammer Mario. Now this is actually the only Hammer Mario plush that was ever made. And well, that makes sense because Hammer Mario hasn't been really used in a game since this. And well, just like the other Mario plushes in the set, the face could get easily damaged, especially on the eyes, and same thing with the buttons on the overalls, it could get easily chipped and damaged. But yeah, the hat on this plush is overall pretty good, except all the sides of it could get damaged because they're made out of a felt material and they're only glued on, so they could technically fall off, but I haven't really seen too many get damaged. This Mario plush is overall in a pretty good standing position, and the back of it has like a shell on the back of it. This Mario plush is also holding a small hammer, which is just stitched onto the hand. And it could get understuffed over the years and kind of just look like deflated looking, but yeah, that's really only the bad thing about this plush. And well, the feet have cardboard in the bottom of them, so they stand up better over the years, so they continue to stand up over the years and not get like all weird in the feet. But yeah, if you want this plush, you can find it on eBay or Mercari for like $30. And now let's go on to the next plush in the set, which is the Frog Mario. Now this Frog Mario plush uses the exact same details on the face as the other Mario plushes, except it's just in a frog suit. Except this one does have a mouth on it, and that one could get actually pretty damaged because it's only made out of a felt material. And well, the frog suit's actually made out of a very nice material, similar to the Tanuki Mario suit's material, because it was made out of a very fuzzy material that holds up pretty well over the years. And well, the eyes on the frog suit could actually fall off over the years because they're only made out of an iron-on material, so yeah, that's a really bad thing about this plush. Because obviously you don't want this plush if the eyes just could get easily fallen off, so yeah, be careful with this plush if you do get it. And well, this Frog Mario plush actually looks like it's like in a diving position, which overall looks pretty cool. It's the only Frog Mario plush that was ever made. And well, I would definitely recommend getting this one because it overall is pretty well shaped and looks very accurate to how it's supposed to look. You can find it on eBay for a similar price of the Tanuki Mario for like $40. And now moving on from the Mario plush in the set, let's go to Toad. Now I'm actually like 99% sure this was the first ever Toad plush, which makes this one actually very unique because, well, Toad had no other plushes before this. And well, for the first ever Toad plush, it actually looks pretty good. The head is pretty well shaped and it overall looks accurate to how it's supposed to look. The face is lacking some details though, because, well, the eyes don't have any pupils in them, and well, they're made out of a felt material and they're only glued on, so they could fall off. And also the proportions are a little wrong because, well, the arms and legs are just very short and don't look accurate to how Toad is supposed to be. Also, Toad doesn't have any soles on his shoes, so yeah, they're supposed to actually have soles on them, but this plush doesn't have that. And well, the vest on this plush is made out of a felt material, so it could get bent and damaged, but besides that, this plush is actually really good. And well, especially for the first ever Toad plush, and they basically had nothing else to base it off of, this plush is actually really good, and you can find it on eBay for like $25. Now let's move on to the next plush in the set, which is the Berto. Now just like Toad, this is the first ever Berto plush that was made. And well, it overall looks pretty weird in my opinion. My main problem with it is that the body itself is just kind of in a weird position, and for some reason the eyes are looking to the right instead of looking straight. It seems like a lot of the details on the body are just kind of all squished together, and it looks like Banpresto was just trying to make them as compact as possible. I think it would have looked a lot better if they made like the body parts just separate from each other so they could have like a bit more detail on them. But yeah, this plush besides that is okay, I guess. It's definitely not the best plush in the set, but it's also not the worst. The eyes are made out of a felt material, and the pupils could actually fall off just like the Frog Marios because they could get easily damaged over the years. Also, the eyelashes are made out of a very delicate material, so they could also just kind of fall off. And well, besides that, the rest of the plush can't really get that damaged besides like the claws on Berto's arms because, well, they could get bent and damaged because they're made out of a felt material. But yeah, for the first ever Berto plush is okay, I guess. Definitely not as good as others in the set, but still not that bad. And if you want this plush, you can find it on eBay or Mercari for around $25 to $30. And now moving on to the next plush in the set, we have King Yoshi. Now, this is actually the only King Yoshi plush that was ever made, and it kind of makes sense because it's a pretty obscure character. And well, one thing that stands out about this plush from the others in the set is that it actually has bendable legs. So you can actually bend this plush's legs to make him like in a sitting down position, which is overall really strange that they only made it on one plush in the whole set to make bendable limbs. Because well, his arms could also get bent, so I don't know really why they added this on only one plush in the set, but yeah, it's kind of weird to only add it on one plush, but I still like it. It makes this plush more unique. And well, it's basically just a normal Yoshi plush, except it just has a crown on it. And well, the crown can actually get pretty damaged because well, it's only made out of a felt material and has iron on it. So yeah, basically every material on the crown could get easily damaged. So that's why a lot of the time when you see this plush, or if you have it, there's a high chance that the crown could easily be bent. And well, the eyes on this plush have the same problem as Berto's because well, they could get easily faded and damaged. But yeah, besides the face on this plush is actually really good because well, Banpresto did a good job making the body all proportionate. Because if on some other Yoshi plushes, there is like a bit of like in proportions on them, but this plush actually has like all the proportions pretty correct, which is actually pretty surprising because this is one of the earliest Yoshi plushes, so yeah, they look actually pretty good for a very early on Yoshi plush that was made. So yeah, besides the crown and the eyes, this plush is actually very good and very proportionate and accurate to how Yoshi is supposed to look. And well, this plush does sell for a pretty good amount of money, like $50 on eBay most of the time. And let's move on to the final plush in the set, which is the only enemy in the set being Pidge. Now, Pidge is a pretty obscure enemy, and he was only in ever one game. What was pretty interesting out of all the enemies in the game, they decided to make a plush with Pidge, but I still really like it because it's more unique. The carpet that he's on is made out of like a feltish material, so that could get damaged, and well, the material the actual Pidge is made out of is actually a very soft material. It's very similar to the Tanuki Mario and Frog Mario's material, so yeah, it's very fuzzy and very soft, and it actually holds up pretty well over the years. Now, the eyes actually aren't stuffed because they're actually made out of this hard material, so the eyes don't get like weird looking over the years, so they don't get like understuffed because well, with stuffing, the eyes can overall just look really weird, but since they have like this hard material in it, it can't get really damaged that easily. Though the pupils could fall off because they're made out of a felt material, but besides that, this plush is actually really good. And I'm glad that they actually put a lot of work into this plush because it's the only Pidge plush that was ever made. So yeah, if you do want a Pidge plush, this is your only plush that you could actually get of it because well, no other companies made a Pidge plush, which kind of makes sense because he's kind of an obscure character. And well, this plush actually sells for the most in the whole set, selling between like $60 and $70 on eBay, mattering if it's in mint condition or not so mint condition. But yeah, which plush instead is your favorite? Mine is probably the Frog Mario, but comment down below yours, and yeah, have a great day.